A new bill for SSI, Supplemental Security Income. I have all the details and what they're now suggesting right here in the video, so let's get right into it. I know over the last few years here, we've seen multiple different bills, packages, and proposals coming out of Congress to change SSI and reform this program that has been around for over 50 years and has undergone virtually no reform. Well, many of us who understand SSI know that this program needs to be fixed up in a major way. And in this video, I want to talk about yet again another proposal coming out to change SSI, and this would actually be a pretty good one. So let's get into it and talk about all the details. However, really fast before we do, thank you so much for joining me. If you're new here or if you haven't done so yet, please make sure to subscribe by hitting the button right down below the video, as it's totally free to do so. And because I am your one and only daily advocate, I'm here for you right by your side each and every day, watching all this new information coming out, doing the research and breaking it all down into these short videos, so you can stay posted on what's actually going on right now as things are changing very, very rapidly. So again, thanks so much for joining me. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. And also remember, I am here for you in any way that I can be. That's my dedication. That's my commitment. And as always, that is my promise to you and everybody right here in the community. All right, thanks again. Let's get into it and talk about what Congress is now suggesting about SSI, Supplemental Security Income, which would impact about 8 million beneficiaries, and why this is a good one compared to all the other proposals that we've seen out there as of recently. Now, this is another one that we can throw on the pile here because there's a lot of proposals out there to change SSI. However, they continue to propose things, but at the end of the day, not a whole lot is getting done. But at least something is being talked about here, as this is a good thing, because here's the thing. SSI was actually formed way back in 1972, over 50 years ago. Guess how many times it's been reformed in that amount of time? Virtually none. So therefore, the details of SSI as of right now are virtually the original form of this program from like 51 years ago. It's just way out of date. I think we can all completely understand over, say, 50 years, things got to be fixed up a little bit. It needs to be tuned up. And the same thing with the SSI program. Well, long story short, Congress is coming out with a new bill here to change SSI and the asset levels for these millions of beneficiaries. Now, here's the thing. There's a few different aspects of the SSI program, like the benefit amounts, the maximum benefit amount on a monthly basis. We've got the marriage penalty. We've got the income thresholds as far as earned income as well as non-earned income on a monthly basis. All of these different thresholds. And then, of course, there's also the asset levels. In other words, how much money you can have in your possession at any given time as a single person who is receiving SSI or a married couple receiving SSI. So as of right now, you can have up to $2,000 in your possession as a single person receiving SSI. Or if you're a married couple, you can have $3,000 in your possession as a married couple receiving SSI. Well, basically what they're finding with all these studies is, wait, does this make any sense? This doesn't make any sense to only allow people to have $2,000 or $3,000 collectively as a married couple receiving SSI. This is way out of date. Basically what the studies are showing is that we're basically setting people up in a position that doesn't let them have a whole lot of breathing room in the event something were to happen. They continue to find that, wait, we're really, really kind of strapping these people down because nobody really has any money to actually have this set aside in the event of a, kind of a rainy day, situation. So as a result of this, they're coming out with this new bill where they want to raise these possession limits up from $2,000 as an individual who receives SSI up to $10,000, from $2,000 up to $10,000, and for a married couple receiving SSI from $3,000 up to $20,000. Now, this is a good gesture, but at the end of the day, if somebody's still receiving, call it as of right now, the maximum benefit amount of $914 or the maximum benefit for an individual, or $1,371 as a married couple, how long is it going to take for somebody to build up $10,000 or $20,000? It's going to take a very long time, right? So it's a nice gesture. It looks pretty good here. It sounds pretty good, but at the end of the day, does this really solve the problem? In my honest opinion, not really, okay? Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that they shouldn't pass it. They certainly should pass something like this, right? To raise these possession limits up would be very helpful for a lot of people. But at the end of the day, they should maybe figure out something about the income side of the whole equation rather than just looking at savings. Because at the end of the day, if it comes down to it and somebody has a bunch of money in savings, that's great. That's really nice. But if somebody's income is still the maximum benefit of, say, $914 a month or $1,371 a month as a result of SSI, I'm guessing, I'm just going out on a guess here, I'm guessing these people are probably dipping into their savings on a monthly basis in the event that somebody has all this money saved up just to maintain their current, living standards, right? Just because things are so expensive right now between shelter and housing and healthcare and food and rents and things like this. That's just what has to happen right now. A lot of people are digging into their savings. In fact, I've talked about this a lot lately over the last several months where people are digging into their savings and virtually nobody has any savings anymore. Well, yeah, of course, because things are so incredibly expensive, right? So that is what they're suggesting now in this bill, which, by the way, I don't think I mentioned it yet, but the name of this bill is the SSI Savings Penalty Elimination Act. So that's basically what it is. So basically what they're saying with the name of this bill is that you're no longer going to be penalized for saving a little bit of money as an SSI beneficiary. Which, why would they even have these levels in there in the first place? Does that make any sense at all? Now, again, if I were the person crafting this program, I would say save as much as you want. Why would we even have limits on that, right? We shouldn't be able to restrict people if they want to save some money. That just doesn't make any sense. But, unfortunately, I'm not the person making up these bills. Also, we do note that there are pieces of legislation out there as well where they would want to increase the maximum benefit up to 100% of the federal poverty line. And we also do know that there are bills out there as well to remove the marriage penalty. That's a bad one, right? So why that one's still in there seems really weird. I'm surprised they haven't removed that one yet, but who knows? Maybe they'll get that one done as well. Just removing the marriage penalty would be a huge win for a lot of beneficiaries as well. But at the end of the day, that's not really fixing the problem of not having enough money for the vast majority of beneficiaries. So anyway, this is what they're talking about, and this is what they have on the table. But of course, I'll continue watching this as well as I watch everything else out there very closely. If I come up with anything else, or if they're talking about anything else, or if they're introducing any other bills out there to change Social Security, or SSDI, or SSI, or money checks, programs, anything else like this for the low-income and fixed-income beneficiaries, of course, I will watch it all closely, including SSI, like I'm talking about here in this video, Supplemental Security Income, anything else like that, or if they get any traction on this bill here or any others out there to change benefits, raise benefits, or anything else like that, of course, I'll continue to bring it all to your attention. But this is one that they're talking about, and this is one that they have on the table. Now, will they pass it? Maybe, but maybe they won't, right? But when it comes down to it, if we had our choice for them to choose any given bill to, pass through Congress to change and reform SSI, let's hope that it's a bill that actually raises benefits also, because yes, this is a good one, but when it comes down to it, it's not necessarily making more money into your account each month, but rather all it's doing is allowing you to save a little bit more money without penalty. So, okay, nice gesture, but it's not really going to fix the problem for a lot of people. Kind of what do I mean? So people need money, not necessarily to build up a big savings. That's good too. Don't get me wrong. A big savings would be great, but kind of hard to get there when, incomes are very limited. And if you try to do anything, if you have any income outside of your benefit, they start garnishing your benefit pretty aggressively, right? 50 cents per dollar over the limits. It's a lot, right? And if you earn too much, then they just take it all away. And then they possibly might even garnish your benefit 100% and say, sorry, you've earned too much, you're out of the program. So anyway, kind of a difficult situation, but this is what they are discussing. Anyway, if I can help you out in any other way, please let me know down below in the comment section. Otherwise, I'm watching all this very closely. As I do get more details, of course, I'll be right here for you, breaking it all down, giving you all the updates, and keeping you posted with anything going on right now, as things do continue to change very rapidly. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Please subscribe down below if you haven't done so yet. Share the video with your friends, family, social media, and go back and check out any of the other thousands of videos here on the channel. Until next time, enjoy your day, and I'll catch you again later in the next